You'll have to forgive me if I seem a bit nervous. Not many people travelling in this part of Ferelden. Of course, that's part of my problem, isn't it? Mule got spooked by a wisp and ran off into the woods. Now what do I do?
Just what are you doing out here, sir?
Waiting for my helper to find the damn mule, of course. It's freezing. Oh, I suppose you meant why am I out here? As in this part of the country. Allow me to introduce myself. Felix de Grosbois, merchant and entrepreneur at your service.
Greetings, I am Derek. Pleased to meet you.
I don't normally take this route, but with the war I was hoping for a bit of luck and good weather in the mountains. Sadly, I've had neither. Ugh, this trip has been one miserable disaster after another. I don't suppose you'd consider helping a fellow out?
Help a fellow out? How?
Of all the other things that went wrong, the worst is this artifact I brought in Jada. It's a control rod, I'm told, for a golem. No point in me keeping it, however, as I'll never get to use it. But, maybe you could?
A control rod. And what does this control rod do, exactly?
The dwarf I brought it from said it activates and controls a golem. So long as you have it in your hand, the golem does what you say. Might be useful, no? I mean, you look like the sort who could use one. Yes?
Alright, and what's the catch?
The catch? Yeah, I suppose it is a catch, isn't it? The catch is that the golem didn't come with the rod. It's supposed to be down in a village down south, waiting to be activated. Even if I could get down there, which I can't, I understand the place has been overrun by darkspawn. That's not such an issue for adventurous types like yourself, surely? Or I'm hoping that's so, at least.
And how do I know this control rod will even work?
The fellow I brought it from is a long-standing contact. He didn't want to come to Ferelden, however, with all our troubles. He said he got it from the man who owned this golem. But to be honest, I have no idea if it will work. Hence the low price. What do you say?
Sure, well, how much do you want for it?
Nothing. I just don't want to have to lug around something that might be taken for a gemstone by some bandit. To be honest, I don't even know if it'll be useful to you. I'd pay too much to simply throw it away.
Alright, I think I could use it.
Just as well. As I mentioned before, you'll find the golem down south, in a town called Honleith. I'll mark it here on your map. Just hold up the rod and say Dulaf Gar. That will wake the golem up, so I'm told. I hope it works.
And if it doesn't?
Maybe you could look up the fellow who owned the golem before. If he's still about, that is. Best of luck to you then. Now, I guess it's up to me to find that mule myself.
Oh. It seems we've found some darkspawn, eh? How fascinating.
Not enough. Battle it is then.
Huh. How odd. Oh. And there are more.
Yes.
Oh. Pardon me, gentlemen, I wasn't quite done here.
All right.
A bit more time,
Yes.
please.
You alright?
Let's make this quick.
Yeah. Alright. Quick and efficient. I think this might be the golem the merchant was talking about. It appears to be inert.
It looks like a golem, doesn't it? An
Yes.
actual golem, and not a statue at all. I wonder how it ended up here, of all places.
That is a good question. Statue seems to be embedded with numerous crystals, some of them cracked. It may be of dwarven make. Alright, stand back everyone. Dorlev Gar. Oh. Huh. That didn't work. Oh. Well, well, well. More darkspawn. Oh! What do we have here? Some poor villagers under attack. Oh, we can't have that, can we?
Yes. Going.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll try to be merciful.
Alright. Good show, everyone. Now what's going on here?
By the Maker, we're saved.
Hello?
You weren't sent by the ban, were you? To save us?
No. I was just looking for whomever owned that statue outside.
The statue outside? Why would... Oh, I think I see. You bought the control rod, didn't you? You came here looking for shale.
Who? Is that what you call it? Oh. Oh. Alright.
That damnable golem brought us nothing but trouble. My mother sold the rod years ago after it killed my father, and good riddance.
The rod killed your father? What do you mean?
My father's name was Wilhelm, mage to the Arls of Redcliffe and a hero in the war against Orlais, and what did he get? One day my mother found him outside the tower, with so many broken bones she could barely recognize him, and shale standing over him just like it is now. My father deserved better than that. But if you really want to wake shale up, well, it's yours now.
So you're saying that it murdered its master?
Look, I know you probably have more important things on your mind, but I really need your help. I know you already saved my life, and I'm grateful, but my daughter is inside the laboratory. She was afraid and ran too far in before I could stop her. I don't know how she made it past my father's defenses. One of the men tried to go after her. He was killed, but you could find her, couldn't you?
Alright. Well, just what killed this man who went after her?
There are defenses my father put down here to keep strangers out. I knew about the barrier. I had the key for that, but the rest of it, well, we never came down here. Ever.
I see. Alright, well, since I'm here, I'll see if I can find her.
You will? Thank the Maker! My father's laboratory is just past the next area, I think. She has to be there.
Yes, alright.
Oh look, someone's come to play. You have come to play, haven't you? We're playing a guessing game. It's better with more people.
We? Who's we?
Kitty and me, of course. You don't see anyone else here, do you? Anyway,
No.
you should go if you're not going to play. Kitty finds you distracting.
Sure, let's leave. You can bring the cat.
I can't go. Kitty says she can't come, and I'm not leaving her.
Oh.
She'd be lonely.
You are so kind, Amalia.
Oh,
I would miss you dearly if you left.
the cat talks.
Of course, silly.
Talking is simple enough, once you know how.
Right. What are you, really?
I am a cat, really. Nothing you say will convince Amalia to go with you.
Oh.
She loves only me now. I am her friend, while you are just a stranger.
Well, I'm not leaving without the girl.
It seems we are at an impasse, so let me propose a compromise of sorts. Release me, mortal, and let me have the girl. Let us
What?
return to her father and leave this place forever.
Let you have the girl? You mean possess her?
That's such a crude way of putting it. I do not wish to harm Amalia. I merely want to see your world through her eyes. Is that so wrong?
Yes. Yes, it's wrong.
But Kitty wants it.
Then you reject my proposal?
Yes, I'm taking the girl to her father right now.
No, Kitty!
You will not take the child from me. She shall be mine forever.
Nope. What? Oh. Oh. A desire demon, of course. Alright. Let's try this again. I will free you, Kitty, and you can have the girl.
Thank you. You are very gracious. The mage's wards hold me within this chamber, and only a mortal may approach them. There is a trick to disarming the wards, but I do not know it. Perhaps you will succeed where the girl failed.
Oh, this
I
is so
see.
exciting. Kitty is going to be free. I've always wanted a cat, and
Yes.
Kitty is so perfect and pretty.
Uh-huh. Hooray. Alright.
Yes.
Oh.
I can feel the magic fading.
Alright.
Oh, I had forgotten how it feels not to be caged.
Kitty? What's happening?
A wonderful thing, my dear, for both of us.
Alright. Well, I said I'd free you. I didn't say I'd let you live.
Betrayal! You will not take the girl. She is mine.
Kitty! You're scaring me! I won't let you inside me! I won't!
Yes, that's good. Run off, little girl. Let me handle this demon. Yes, what do you think about that, little kitty? You're not the only one who's got claws. Eh? Yes, indeed. Can I help you over there, sir?
Enough!
Are you in need of assistance?
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's finished.
Alright. Now that's more like it. Thank you, kitty. Goodbye now.
You did it! You freed her! Thank you so much!
I'm sorry
Yes,
I ran away,
yes.
Daddy. I was so scared.
It's all right, Butterfly. You're safe now. All the bad creatures are gone. You'll need a phrase to activate Shale. It's Doolan Han. I wouldn't want the thing, but it's obvious you can handle yourself just fine. Now we should go, and quickly. Thank you again. We owe you our lives.
Yes, alright. Move along now. Alright. Let's try this again. Dolan Han. Did it work or I'm not. Oh, wait. I'm sensing something.
I knew that the day would come when someone would find the control rod.
Oh,
And of course, it is another mage. That is what it is. Yes? Yes. Just my luck.
hello to you too.
I stood here in this spot and watched the wretched little villagers scurry around me for, oh, I have no idea how long. Many, many years.
Oh, you poor dear. That would be really, really boring.
And the villagers had no idea they were being watched. Creepy.
I was just beginning to get used to the quiet, too. Tell me, are all the villagers dead?
What? No, not all of them at least.
Some got away, then. How unfortunate.
You didn't care for them, I take it?
Familiarity breeds contempt, as they say, and after 30 years as a captive audience, I was as familiar with these villagers as one could possibly be. Not that I wish their fate on them, no. But it did make for a delightful change of pace.
I'll bet.
Well, go on then. Out with it. What is its command?
Do you have a name?
Perhaps. I may have forgotten after all the years of being called Golem. Golem, fetch me that chair. Do be a good Golem and squash that insipid bandit. And let's not forget, Golem, pick me up. I tire of walking. It does have the control rod, doesn't it? I am awake, so it must.
Yes, it certainly does. Right in its hand.
I see the control rod, yet I feel... Go on, order me to do something.
Alright. Walk over there.
And, nothing. I feel nothing.
Oh.
I feel no compulsion to carry out its command. I suppose this means the rod is... broken?
Oh. So what now? Do you go on a killing rampage?
Don't be ridiculous. Well, I wouldn't mind killing the birds. Those evil birds and their foul droppings. I could crush them all. I suppose if I can't be commanded, this means I have free will, yes? It is simply, what should I do? I have no memories beyond watching this village for so long. I have no purpose. I find myself at a bit of a loss. What about it? It must have awoken me for some reason, no? What did it intend to do with me?
I could think of many uses for a personal golem.
May I ask what sorts of things it gets up to for which I could be so potentially useful?
Killing darkspawn, primarily.
The Darkspawn are an evil that must be destroyed, it's true. Though not as evil as the birds. Damnable feathered fiends. I suppose I have two options, do I not? Go with it or go elsewhere? I do not even know what lies beyond this village.
Alright, well, what do you want to do?
I watched this village for so long, unable to move or act. My memories of anything before are vague at best. So I have no idea what I want to do. I'm glad to be mobile. Is that not enough?
Alright. And how do I know you can be trusted?
I have no idea. How does it trust anything else without a control rod?
Well, my other friends aren't made of stone.
Fair enough. Then I promise not to sit on it accidentally or without sufficient provocation. Good enough?
I suppose. So you killed your former master, eh?
Did I? I remember that I had a former master. The mage with the furry brows who poked and prodded and barked orders. Did I kill him? I hope I did kill him. Perhaps the last order he barked was, Golem, stop crushing my head. Ah!
I see. I notice you don't call him it.
Yes, I'm just funny that way.
Uh-huh. And why do you call me it?
Yes, very likely.
What? Alright, you're welcome to come with me.
Are you certain you want to bring that thing with us? It could be dangerous and large.
And very useful, Alistair. Think of it as a portable battering ram.
Good point. Better it than me, anyhow.
I will follow it
Indeed.
about then. For now. I am called Shale, by the way.
Shale, yes, that's it. Is that your name, or is that what you're made of?
It would rather I was called Flint. Pebbles. How about rubble? I see it found some augmentation crystals. I was not even aware it knew about them. Well done. So, what does it think? They don't make me look any wider, do they? I find I'm already too wide as it is.
No, they're quite slimming.
It must be the vertical pattern it put them in. Did it know to do that? It must have. I think
Right,
it should find
yes.
some more as soon as possible. I want to glitter from ear to ear, so to speak.
Uh-huh. What's with the heavy sighs, Shale?
Oh, that. Merely reflecting on the hopeless nature of the task in front of it. The most likely outcome is that it and its companions will become a stain on some rock for the Darkspawn to tread upon. I shall be moved to a single tear by the tragedy.
A tear, eh? Well, glad to know you care, at least.
It's true. One single tear. And then it's off to the north, I think. Or maybe west. I haven't decided. What's that? Did it hear flapping wings? There may be pigeons nearby. We should be alert.
Alright. You're still with me, I see.
Yes. Its adventures are interesting, even if the chances for success are remarkably slim. It would be better to throw oneself off a cliff, I suspect. Does it wish me to leave? I can, though I see no reason to go.
No, it's alright, you can stay. You're quite helpful.
No doubt. Without me, it would have to carry its inventory on its own.
Well,
Perhaps we should continue. Its chances of success are small enough without further dawdling.
indeed. Shale? You know, I would have expected golems to be different.
Different? Different than what? Different than a statue? Different than a log? Should I talk in a monotone? Yes, master, I exist to serve the master. I shall kill for the master and only for the master. Perhaps it expected me to have a booming voice. Recite limericks. I can recite limericks, if it likes.
Are they dirty limericks?
Mostly they involve slaughtering pigeons in creative and invasive manners. I have never met another golem. I have no idea what one might be like, or why I wouldn't be like them. Why? Has it met other golems? Did they not sound as I do?
You just seem very animated.
I don't know what other golems might be like, but I am already superior by virtue of my free will. This is a good thing.
I suppose. It's an experience, I'll give it that.
So is being drawn and quartered. Maybe I'm not the only one with a smart mouth. Now stop talking so much. The wagging of its moist little tongue is distracting.
You like it when I wiggle my tongue, don't you? Dirty little golem, you. Shale, I have some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
Now, so, are those crystals in your skin?
I like to think of them as accessories.
Do all golems have them?
I suspect that it is an art that was practiced when golems were more, commonplace. My former master collected whatever lore he could find on the subject. He searched
see.
far and wide to collect what crystals he could and then added them. It is not an unpleasant sensation.
So it's a dwarven thing then?
So I would assume. My former master enjoyed poking around the ruins in the deep roads after all, and bartering with others who did. As I understand it, the crystals allow me to alter the flow of magic around me. Wilhelm had hoped to turn me into a battery of mana, something he could tap at will.
Well, did he succeed?
Not really, although now that I think of it, these attempts may be what caused my disruption. Some of the crystals increase the presence of mana, some absorb or reflect spells. There are various kinds. All I can promise is that should it ever find one of these crystals, I can likely tell it the function and what it would do if added to me.
I see. Would you be willing to have more added?
Why not? I don't get to wear clothing and other adornments like the rest of you creatures after all. That answers its question, I assume? Unless it has more.
Couple more. Well, speaking of your former master, I'm told you killed him?
Did I not already tell it that I do not remember doing such? I remember having a
Yes,
master.
but...
My memories of what happened to him are vague.
But not non-existent.
Clever and true. Oh, very well. Let me see what I can recall. My former master enjoyed experimenting upon me. I remember that much. There was tinkering with spells, and then the crystals. He was very eager to alter my function, I think.
Right, so you retaliated against him.
He possessed my control rod, and back then, it would have prevented me from doing anything he did not command me to, no matter how I might have wished to. So what happened? I am unsure. He was experimenting, and then nothing.
Perhaps he hit the kill me button by accident.
Oh, ho, ho. It does like to laugh, does it? But who knows? I may have such a thing. And then he was gone. I was standing where I was, in the village, and I could no longer move. The villagers came, poked and prodded me in fear, and then realized they could neither move me nor destroy me, so they simply left me. And in time I forgot I hadn't stood there all along.
You didn't wonder where he'd gone.
Wonder? I was glad that he was gone. For so many years I'd had to leap to that little toadstool's every command. Get this, pick up that, put it down, pick it up again. The gall! At first I'd hoped he'd simply decided to leave me there paralyzed. An acceptable trade-off. After years passed, I simply stopped caring.
Maybe it has something to do with your crystals.
Possibly. Except that he was not experimenting with the crystals at the time, I think. But my memory is not good. It may be correct. Whatever the mage did seemed to render the control rod useless, for which I should be thankful, yes? And provided it doesn't decide to copy his experiments, not that I would allow it, it is nothing to fear from me. Much.
Sounds good to me.
The things that it fights, and it fights things often, that is a different story. Let us get back to the walking and the fighting. My stone is beginning to itch again.
Oh. Shale, I have some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
Nope. So how'd you end up in Hornlith, Shale? Do you remember?
Oh, yes. That I remember quite well. My former master, the mage Wilhelm, he brought me. As I recall, he had acquired some position with whatever lord ruled the land. I, being little more than a glorified possession at the time, was brought along. Oh, how he enjoyed impressing the villagers with me. Golem snarl at that villager there, be fearsome. And of course, I would have to do it.
Alright. So you didn't like this Wilhelm, I take it?
He did love using that control rod. Fondled it so much his wife actually threatened to throw it in the lake. Ha! I would have liked to have seen that. Which reminds me, where did it find the rod? Did it pay a great deal for it?
I believe Wilhelm's wife sold it.
Hag.
Do you remember anything before Honleth?
I travelled with the mage. He did a lot of travelling, I remember that. But where we went, it is rather fuzzy. I remember great battles, fighting many humans long ago. They were all very soft and squishy. And before that, No, there are only images. I was somewhere dark.
Just how old are you exactly?
I have no idea. Wilhelm used to brag that the dwarves stopped making golems centuries ago. I do not age as you soft creatures do. Sadly, my memory is no better. Plus, I get bored and stop paying attention.
Alright. But why were you out in front of the tower?
That is where Wilhelm kept me. He wanted me out in the open where I could be frightening like a scarecrow. I was supposed to watch for thieves. Pah! Plus, his wife didn't want me indoors. She said there wasn't room for me. Hag.
His wife?
I was once larger, 10 feet tall. Then the loathsome hag complained that I couldn't fit through the doors. So the mage had me shrunk down. Can it believe it? And she still wanted me out.
Interesting. How does someone shrink a golem?
With a chisel. And a lot of nerve.
Oh. Well, I would have thought you'd enjoy scaring humans.
I'd have happily stomped them all into paste. And then ripped down their little houses and stomped on them, too. In fact, after 30 years of watching them, I'd do it twice. What I didn't like was being ordered to do it. Dangled in front of those frightened morons like some scary thing. Once I was a statue, it took those villagers years before they'd even approach me. The first one to actually work up the nerve to touch me urinated himself. Ugh.
Oh. Interesting. I'm done asking about that.
Good. I was just about done talking about it. It does like to have a good chat now and again, doesn't it?
It sure does.